When you see just Big Sam and his microphone, you know it's about to be a very intimate session. If I say intimate, you know what that means. You and the Most High, or you and your girlfriend. You choose which one you want to roll with. If you want to be a fornicator, it's up to you, your life. If you want to be spiritual and close to God, it's still up to you. In this case, in this scenario, it's Big Sammie, his microphone, and you, the listener. And today's topic is what? Yes, let me adjust myself. Today's topic is my journey to graduation. If you're in school, this is for you. If you have graduated or you're out of school, graduated means you went through the school process. Out of school means you probably dropped out. This is still for you. If it's a solo episode, you know that it's very, very personal because I am here to give you guys story. If you like story, real story, no be lie, no be script, no be fantasy, then this is your episode. To surprise or to shock you all, the only thing that I've ever done to finish in my life was graduate university. And now God save me, if not. If not for God, I probably got the job life. Yes, the gist, and this is how we started. I am the first of 4 children, the only son, 3 sisters, average family. When I say average family, I mean we have a place to live. My dad was alive, my mom was alive. Normal setting for area. Our television was that sharp. You know that sharp, we strong, we get back. Maybe say you guys hit for color come out, back for side. That was the television right at that time. Legendary, shout out to you. I know he has a life. He's somewhere. He's somewhere right now. So shout out to that TV because we saw Mr. Biggs there and a bunch of other projects. Life started for me there. My mom was my major supporter. She's a big fan of mine and I love her so much. But life started for me there, primary school. And I had a level of insecurity at that time, especially in school. I attended Total Child Primary School in Zaria, Kaduna State. And in my class, I was the tallest. I felt like I should be somewhere else, maybe in secondary school at that time. So in primary 5, I told myself, I wanted to go to secondary school. And then we bought, what did you call that, in common entrance. We wrote common entrance in primary 5. And unfortunately, I didn't get admission to secondary school. That year, they write common entrance to enter better secondary school. But if you know the better secondary school, you can just, go to any normal school, talk to the principal, they will give you space, vacancy. That's the P. And I got into secondary school. It was beautiful. I left the whole insecurity behind because I had gone past wearing short knicker to long trouser. Shout out to you, Sammie. You succeeded. And this is where the real deal started. Journey to graduation. I had to pass mathematics. I had to pass English. I had to pass subjects that can make me become either a doctor or a teacher. No disrespect to teachers. They are the focal points to every foundation of a successful man today. If you know, you know. Sure, get me. GSS1 was beautiful because I was really excited about the whole process for secondary school, demonstration secondary school. You're a Zaria person. You're not in demonstration. Where else are you? You have to be a demonstration to be known. You have to be a demonstration to be a stand-up nigga. And that was my school. So thank you, Baba, for coming through with that school visa at that time. If not for you, where for day? If not for you, how would it have happened? Fast forward to JS2 when my first result came out and I had F9s. I had F9s. I had about, out of 12 subjects, I had about 8 F9. Sad, yeah? Including mathematics, including all the science subjects. And I only passed Yoruba and CRS and a few other subjects that were not necessary for me to become who I wanted to be in life. It was not a big deal because every time I went back home, they cannot disown me because I failed. No? I be their picking. Above all, I'm even their first son. But my father was so pissed. The school fees was 14,000 something at that time. At that time, that was money. The man dey hustle. Why I no go pass? The man will go to work. Will go to the office as early as 8 in the morning, and he'll come back by 4. He did that for at least 30 years. That alone should show me that he wanted me to succeed. But instead of me focused on my studies, I was focused on what? Arguing with my daddy. We always quarrel. That's not the gist because you guys know this already. It's on social media, it's everywhere. I was never close to my dad. Why? Because I blame myself. Right now I know better. We're the best friends at the moment. Back to my journey to graduation. I don't used to like mathematics. Let me remove my glasses because it's making me look like I'm not a serious person. Mathematics has never been my thing, and both of us know that Sammie x mathematics equal to what? Problem. Sammie x mathematics equal to what? Shame. I tried. Maybe something to try. I tried. Fast forward to when it was time to write jam. At that point, everybody in my church that I thought were my friends were already in university. From Simon to David to Aguiye to Amina. Those are my close friends in church. We grew up together. They were all in uni. It comes back and I was still in what? SS2. I still wear uniform. My school was in a university. I need you guys to follow this gist. My school was in a university, while my friends were in the uni, I was still in secondary school. Every time we're done with school and I'm going back to the house, I meet up with some of my friends. For example, like I meet Simon with his mufti, with his university bag, and I'm there with my uniform, blue and white, tucked in. They do me somehow most of the time, but however, will I jump from SS2 to university? No. The least I can do is go back home, change, wear mufti, come back and live fake life and act like I was in university. That was the least I could do, but I wanted to be in university so bad. So I went to meet my mom. Hey mama, how you doing? I think I want to try out jam, and I promise I won't let you down. My mom said no, that I should go to SS3 now because that was what my dad wanted. Make sure I graduated the best way, the right way. I convinced my mom. I am her first son. Who else can convince her aside Big Sammie? At that time, I was still small Sammie. But I convinced her. She went to meet her husband, my father, my daddy. And I don't know, she tried her best, but that man, they call her, jail. He must graduate from SS3. She went out of her way. She believed in me. And I love it. My mom, that's why I love her. She went out of her way, got the money, and gave it to me to go and buy jam. She told me, I believe in you. Shout out to every mother out there. God bless you. I wrote jam. I came back to the house. Result came out. The first thing I was hearing was, people fail, this, that one. But as a guy that knows God very well and trusts God and has faith so much, I trusted God. Yeah, my deal between more. See, God will not shame me. You get? And then I check my results. To cut this long result story short, I got 179. Did God shame me? My job is not in no. I failed, bro. The cut-off point was 180. I failed the jam, and my dad used that failure to get at my mom. He dragged my mama, like Twitter, like person with Twitter influencer, my papa. He dragged my mom, and for some weird reason, she didn't really take it to heart. I went back to secondary school, graduate, and I had to finish my SS3. At the SS3, I don't want to. I gotta go back, run the SS3, and it was time to write jam again. This time, my dad bought it for me. Guess what? I got 184. Now I've gone past the cut-off mark, and there was pursuit TME. I wrote the pursuit TME, and bam, I got 181. Unfortunately, I didn't get admission. So I had to wait one extra year at home to reapply again. But that was not my vibe. I cannot let this energy dull my spirit. So I told my mom I wanted to do diploma. And she's like, diploma? But wait and get admission now. I'm like, no, I cannot stay at home. I just, low-key, staying at home was not the issue. I wanted a different lifestyle. I wanted to be in university. I wanted to wear mufti. I wanted to see all those university people. I wanted to be a university boy so bad that I still convinced my mom to buy me jam, to buy me the diploma form. But she didn't agree this time. She did not agree. I went out of my way to figure it out myself. I don't want to give you guys a real deal because I might say it in another different episode. I don't want to let it out of the basket. Anyway, I got about 3,000 for the form, Naira at that time. And then I got the diploma form and I applied for diploma in library and information science. To be a university student, they choke me die. I really wanted to be in the university. I got the form. I applied for diploma in library and information science and I was waiting for admission. To let the cat out of the basket, the institute where this course was studied was the same institute where my father worked. His office was upstairs. Every other diploma course was downstairs. Library science, integrated science, etc. If you are in Ahmadu Bello University, you know that there's a different building for diploma students, then other building for what? Real undergraduates. But we, when they do diploma, we dey feel ourselves past undergraduate students. Diploma students, when you see us bless now we get university. Anyway, now we get them now because we pay more than the so-called undergraduate. I was paying 30K then our school visit was like 19.4. So we pretty much own the what? The university. Let's fast forward to where admission came out. Admission came out, I checked for my name. It was a list situation. I checked for my name from 1 to 100. My name was not there. I checked and checked. My name was not there. And then I went to check other departments. I checked integrated science. My name was not there. At least I know biology is more. I left there, checked mathematics. I don't want to check it. Don't forget I said, no, mathematics, nothing join us. But let me just check. No, let me check. And I went to check mathematics. Lo and behold, Samuel, Jacob, Alifa. It was on that list. At first, my blood pressure went up. At that age, I started sweats. Me, mathematics. How? What is going on? Is God saying something here? Maybe God wants me to go on this journey. He has my back. I said, no, Sammie, don't dare it. You know how you know that? You know, with mathematics here, if you know, you know. There's no maybe or by the grace of God. If there's a fraction in front of you, there are a process to solving it. Correct? If you cannot solve it, you cannot solve it. It cannot be a miracle. Sure, get me now. I was not sure if I should go for it or not. But then I told myself, people who did it, they get 2 head. Oh yes, right now, with my full head, they get 2 head. I didn't give a damn about the whole station. When I told myself, you know what, Sammie, I'll do it. I told my dad I got admission in mathematics. He said, diploma. He said, yes. He went to go and check. He said, you got it? I said, yes, sir. He said, okay, all the best then. If you got it by yourself, and I'll support you. I like the ginger and energy. I will support you. He gave me the school fees, 30,000 naira, and then I paid. First semester, imagine from first term to second term, I'm not doing first semester. University students, university lifestyle, or diploma. First semester, I started my classes. I had 3 friends, Mubarak, Agbolawon, and one other person, I can't remember. Oh, she's a girl, Faiza. The journey was good because I was open to learn mathematics. I wanted to learn mathematics, but mathematics, I don't understand what's going on. We are doing Math 104, Math 106, Math 102. If you're a mathematics student, you know those things. Algebra, calculus, whatever the case is right now, because it's been a while. We're having all those courses and I'd rather be snapping pictures in the school, hanging out with people, than really focus because I know they really understand mathematics. I was just going to class. I was hoping at the end of the day, some type of miracle will happen and I will pass. Fast forward to exam period, I sat down with my friend. The Mubarak guy was a very smart guy, he knew mathematics. Then Bola, they even try to pass me. So I always sit in between them and try to figure out the way around it. The D-Day just came. Result is out. First semester, mathematics, result is out. And everybody went to check. And I followed as well because I'm a student for real. Am I not supposed to check? I got to the department, we went through the list and went to my CGPA and CGPA. My result there, my friend had 3 point something, Mubarak, Guru, 3 point something mathematics. I say, oh yes, everything on set. But it was better than me because he was on 2 point something as well. I said, if Mubarak is on 3 points, Bola is on 2 points. I feel they like 2.00. It was not a bad move. And then I checked my result. Lo and behold, I was on 0.91. I want to cry for myself because my dad had already checked the result. I was on 0.91. I didn't know what to do at that time. I didn't know how to bring myself to a place where I could tell my dad. I got to the house, I kept quiet. My dad said, have you checked your result? I said, is it out? He said, yes. He went inside, brought out my result. The man printed the result from the office and gave it to me. And I took it and I saw it. And it's like, look, see yourself here. I said, I'll do better next semester. He was disappointed because his friends had seen the result. My mom was not happy because he is always, if If I convince her to do stuff for me and I don't do it well, my dad does not come from me. Or it does not just come from me alone. It comes from both of us. He's insulting her. He's calling me names. Money waster. You're not just a serious person. Blah, blah, blah. And I understand where it's coming from. This man is putting in so much work to make sure we feed, to make sure we have the best life, to make sure we have the life that he never had. And I am here messing around with this stupid mentality. I want the university. I don't want the university now. Waiting, they hold me back. Mathematics. I told myself, no. I'll not let mathematics do this to me. So get serious. So I went to ask a friend of mine, Chinyere Okwara. She's not so tall. Yes, that's the height. And I begged her to teach me, to show me. She said, no problem, Sammie. Every Wednesday, I'll sit down with Chinyere when she's reading. And she will follow up on me. There are days that she's knocking me. Say, you be a do boy. This Chinyere, me. Say, you be a do boy. This. I say, no problem. Exam came. I was geared up. Guys, after putting in this much effort, you don't want to know what. See, there's a way you put in work into something, yeah? It eventually works out, yeah? They don't lie, but in my case, I don't know. I put in this effort, collected these knocks, wrote my exams, and was expecting at least, nothing too serious, but expecting at least over 1.8 or so. Still bad for that effort, but mathematics was really hard for me. And unfortunately, result came out and I still failed. I got 1.01. So all my effort from 0.91, I entered 1.01. How? I didn't understand what was going on. I just didn't get what was going on. So my dad saw that again and he gave up on me. His first son, that should be, I should making him proud. Not making his friends think he has a useless first son. It was second semester, daddy's duty. He gave me my school fees and said, okay, so second semester, I know, just try your best and graduate without probation. Which is what? They should not drop you off. Because it will be very, very shameful for you to start something and they drop you off. I said, sir, I will not let you down, sir. Mathematics, I will conquer you. Second semester came, they gave me my school fees and it was time for me to go and pay my school fees. But then I stopped for a second and told myself, I mean, the devil spoke to me. Satan, shame on you. He told me, Sammie, mathematics hard. You know that you will not pass the second semester too. Why pay this school fees? I told myself, you know, lie you. Kai! I spoke to my friends. My friends had the same idea. They were not going to pay their school fees and come on, you're holding money, you go spend money in Nigeria University. I get girls who were impressed, shamefully. I had things I wanted to do with money, and then I started touching the money. From 1,000 to 2,000, that was how I ate my school fees. And then I was not sure how to handle it. But then my friends came up with a very brilliant idea. One of them said, Sammie, you know what? We don't fuck up. We don't chop our school fees. That made me say, life don't end. Election they come. And you know how this matter be or not? If elections start like this, presidential election, you have to be on guard though. Crisis will break out. And I said, last election, crisis will break out. This election, Buhari and Goodluck Ebele, they will fight. They will cause us Saremut and they will lie. Now that means they will cause people. We wanted to take advantage of what? Violence. The plan was to tell our parents that we were about to go and pay our school fees, and then fight broke out. And when I was running, the money fell down and the money lost. My mother will not complain too much. At least I am alive. I am their only son. My dad would just be angry that the certificate was missing. To God be the glory. To the shame of Sammie and his friends, the election was one of the most peaceful election in Zaria, Kaduna State. Goodluck Ebele did not even fight for that team. He just let the man become president. Few days after the election, I was expecting people to still fight. Because if you remember during the election here, it was not a politician, but it didn't go well. However, the peace in that city was untouched. And that's why I sat down in that peace. I was looking for chaos everywhere. You see me on the street, hoping to see people fight, so I can just use that for example. You see me in the market, trying to, I'll go there. Nothing serious. It cannot defend that money that was missing. And as I still held that 11K, I was still touching it. From 11K, it came down to what? 5,000 naira. And then my dad asked me, how far? Your receipt for school fees. I said, I left it in school. I'll go to school, spend 500 naira, 1K don't drop, remaining 4,000 naira. 2 days after, he said, you don't understand. He was very pissed. And then I called my mom to the bathroom. Mama, something happened to me. So what happened? My school fees is gone. Guess what she did? She jumped up, hit herself on the floor. My mom started crying. And at that moment, I realized that as a child, you can either make your parents smile or make them cry. And for a woman that always had my back, I was making her cry like this, like she had lost something very, very personal to her. My dad came in and asked what happened. And she told him that my school fees was gone. And he looked at me. The look was, I knew it. You will not amount to anything. Or the look was, I knew it. The life with the attributes that with all of these attributes, I know that you go, nothing there for you. As the only son, your papa could give you that kind of look. It's heartbreaking. I felt some type of way, but and all of that, but I still wanted to come to my parents. So I begged my mom that, you know what, help me with another school fees. I promise you, I will not let you down. But there's no way she can go out for me anymore. I had fucked up. My dad told me he was going to pay my school fees. I said it's a lie. There's no way they will not let me graduate from diploma in mathematics. Because I am not on probation. I am on 1 point something. It's bad, but it's not that bad. But people are on 0 point something. Okay. And with faith and prayer, I kept going to school. Diploma 2, my seniors were in Diploma 1. My juniors were in Diploma 1 and they know me. So I was in mathematics, Diploma 2. Others were in Diploma 1. I did first semester. Exam came. I could not write because my dad actually did not give me the money. I had to drop out from diploma. Yes. They wrote the exam and I was not able to write it. I had to drop out from my diploma in mathematics. Sat down through the second semester. My friends, Mubarak and Bola, had uncles that had money. They called all their uncles. They gathered their school fees and they paid. Me, I don't even know my uncle. The man will get my back. My papa, I don't go dollar. Chop 30K where you hustle. Give me. I feel somehow right now because that was a very wrong move for me. That was a proper wrong move for you, Big Sammie. However, you are here right now and people are supposed to know that you're able to get your shit together. Today's gist is not about getting my shit together, it's about my chaos and drama and all these twists that I've had to put my parents through. Diploma in mathematics, all gone. I am back to the house, praying and trusting God for an opportunity. Something, hopefully. And then I met my mom and told my mom, Mama, I need to go back to school, honestly. What can I do? And then she told me the only thing that can happen is this. Either you do another course or you buy JAM. JAM was like 8 months late, like still far. And I didn't want to just stay at home throughout that period. She told me that's all the option you had. I told her, okay, no problem. I don't mind doing another diploma. She said, which diploma? I said, diploma in what? Guidance and counseling. She said, okay, no problem. She went to meet my dad. My dad said, big no. She found a way to convince that man. I don't know how women do this, especially wives. She found a way to convince my dad to put in word for me to get admission into what? Guidance and counseling. Trust me, he just put in that word just to make my mom happy. If it was about me, he don't believe in me anymore. For me to chop that 30K, my father will be on the norm with the color. My papa on the norm. He's trying to manage every money he has. Why? Because he does not want to be caught off guard. He gave me 30K and I burnt it on what? Fried rice and jollof rice and plantain and buy MACD. If you're an Abu said, you know what MACD is? Bread and suya. That's what I burnt that money on. I can remember, vividly, I can remember every experience with that money. My father agreed and then he put in word. I got admission into what? Guidance and counseling diploma. The biggest challenge here was, how can I face people in that institute? I used to be in mathematics. I used to be a senior. My juniors were now in diploma 2. So if I'm coming back to what? Diploma, I will be in diploma 1. So they'll be my senior. Think about it. At that time, I used to think I am a big boy. There were girls that liked me from diploma 1. There were girls that liked me because I was a mathematics student. That means, that is to say, I'm a smart boy. She'll get me now. As I did mathematics, I will be in class reading like I knew what I was doing. It's a lie. I'm copying and pasting. I told myself, Sammie, go and run this thing. Them say, no, if we change anything. And then I got myself together, got a hoodie, because in as much as I had made the choice to go back to diploma, I was still full of shame. Day one, people kept asking me, what are you doing here? I thought you're done. What are you doing here? I thought you're done. I said, I came to do something, paperwork and all of that. It's a lie. I am back to diploma 1 with other fresh, new diploma students. The diploma 2 students were once diploma 1 and they knew me when I was in mathematics because we had courses together, general courses together. The first 1 week in diploma 1, guidance and counseling, I'll go to class with my hoodie on, sometimes face masks. Despite the fact that the north is very hot, I was trying to cover my face, but with every effort was no avail. They knew it was still me. Then I decided to find a way to lie, to make myself feel better about what I was doing. And the lie was, if they asked me, Sammie, why are you still here? I thought you were a graduate. I was like, oh yeah, I graduated though, but I applied for a scholarship and they wanted an A-level in guidance and counseling, blah, 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 blah. I used that lie to make myself feel better. And everybody said, oh wow, really? This. Nah, lie. I didn't apply for any, there was no scholarship. I just was trying to figure out a way to go back to class and be serious and not feel some type of way. So if you ask me, that was my response. So if I ever lied to you, then no vex. That was the best way I could manage that shame at that time. It was not easy for me to tell you that I failed mathematics and I'm back here to get my shit together. At this age and era, and I will tell you, if I fail, I'll tell you, I failed though. And I meant to try again. That was a lie. All through first semester guidance and counseling. Guess what, guys? Result came out. I couldn't believe my eyes. A whole big sound. Wonderful. The first result in guidance and counseling was 3.01, guys. I had to sit down and read. I saw my mom cry in front of me. She didn't just cry. She jumped up and hit herself on the floor. Don't forget, I said we were not that. My father was a hustler. The life I was giving me, I never had. He never had it. My dad didn't believe that I got 3.02. Because the 0.02, around 3 point something, around that range. He says it's a lie. He went to the office and checked by himself. He asked the lecturers, check his script. I had never passed like that in my life. So the shame, the quiet that my mom did and everything brought me to a place where I had to sit down to show them, above all rather, and then my father to know that I was not useless. It was my major motivation because for the first son that was never close to his dad, who thought he was not, that he thought he would not amount to anything, I needed to prove to him that no, I can be something, sir. That result was not me trying to just be perfect. It was me trying to prove my father wrong. That if I sit down and read, I will pass. First semester 3.0 something, second semester came. And trust me guys, it only got better. I decided to write JAM that same year. I had failed JAM at least 3 times already this year, at this period. So let me write JAM again. Same sciences, same vibes and all. Then I went to write JAM. Inside that JAM hall, I told God, I'm here again. A new JAM, new year, different face. Make shame look at me. I had put in time to read courses like biology, subjects like biology, which I loved so much at that time. So I knew I was going to pass biology because I love biology. English, confirm. But chemistry and physics, even if I read them, I'm not going to understand that. So what's the point of why channel all energy into that bullshit when I can just focus on what I knew that I would do and pass well? The goal was to read biology very well, read English very well, go and get at least. It's over 100. Correct? JAM. 4 subject, 100, 100, 100, 400. I say if I get at least 100 over 100 in biology, then 100 over 100 in English, I've gotten 200. Cut-off mark is what? 180. I'm not gonna get 100, but I can get at least 80 in biology, then try for English. That was the plan. In that hall, they passed me Expo Welcome to Nigeria. I took the expo and I looked at it and I told myself, Sammie, you can do this. I passed it. I didn't use it. Believe me or not, my your business. But I did not use it. I wrote my JAM, I left, and then I went back home. It was the time where JAM came out instantly, like later that evening. If you have written JAM before, you know that when you write in the morning, maybe the next day or that evening, you get text message for your JAM results. I went back to the house. I was still doing my diploma year. Diploma first semester, second year, diploma 2. I was heading to class, 4 p.m. class, and then I got a text message. It was from JAM. Lo and behold, I got 230. Cut off mark was 180, and then I got 230. I didn't go to class anymore. I went back, went home. Instead of holding the door, I went through the back. I climbed fence. Mama, where are you? I didn't come down from the fence. Before I came out, I said, why you shout? Come down from the fence. You want to break the fence? I didn't even really care. I said, Mama, where are you? She came out. What happened now? Guess what? I passed JAM. My mom, from that fence, she started dancing. That's my language song. That song was the song she sang at that time. To take you guys back a bit, I got admission into microbiology, not psychology and counseling. Microbiology. That was the course I applied for during the JAM process as well. My father was so happy because his son, I will wear lab coats. Come on, it's a proper flex now. What are you saying? But then during the registration, I sat down on that line, looking at everybody on that line. Faculty of Science. Mathematics don't want to kill me. I want to come and do Math 102, Math 106, Calculus, Math 10, all those 110, Mathematics, Physics 131. There was, you guys, you can see the shock on my face. It's not a joking matter. I thought about it that day and I made the best choice of my life. I told myself, Sammie, you've studied diploma in guidance and counseling. The closest course to this is psychology and counseling. How about you do change of course? I called my dad. Baba, how far are you there? He says, fine. Oh, what's up? Have you done registration? I said, no. He said, what happened? I said, I want to do change of course. He said, excuse me? I said, Baba, I want to do change of course. He said, to what? I said, to psychology and counseling. That was faculty of education. He said, God forbid. His first son. They gave me guidance and counseling now. I said, Baba, I will chop my school fees. So he said, go and change the course. He didn't even, he said, no, go and change, because I didn't know how to. I know biology, but mathematics was the issue. And you guys know university is, if you pass very well first semester, the rest will be easy for you. I didn't want all of that hold back at an early phase of my life. So I told myself, go and change it. I went to the Senate building, went to an office, and I told them I wanted to change. They say, you're not even lucky you got admission. You got to that year and they gave microbiology, you want to change. The man refused, and then I called my dad to come. And that was how my dad came in. We found a way around it. I lost the first admission. Then a new list came, and then I got admission to psychology and counseling. Life was beautiful. Life was sweet. Life was awesome because I was now a proper university student. There was no diploma student. I could get hostel. You get, I was a university boy, undergraduate. My first class was good because I was just there smiling. First semester came. Come on. It's psychology and counseling. I am a proper counselor right now. I did very well. First semester, 3 points. That's an undergraduate too. 3 point something. Second semester, I kept doing and I maintained it all the way to 400 level. First semester. And then Big Brother Ninja came. In my head, I told myself, what's going on? Diploma in mathematics, I never finished. I failed. Diploma in guidance and counseling, I never finished. I had to leave it to cope with my undergraduate program. Now I am here, about to graduate, and I have this opportunity. What do I do? What do I do? Is that a question? My brother, I lived undergraduate straight into the house. And 7 weeks on the show, I left the show and lifestyle began. When I say lifestyle, I don't mean stupidity. I mean, I had to chase a life. You guys knew that. Come on, I was a Zara boy, blah, 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 none of that. And it was time for me to see if I can actually have a life from the opportunity I got. 2 years down the lane, I dropped out of school. I told myself, now everything what I started, I not go finish. Why not go back and graduate? 2 years down the lane, I woke up one day in Lagos and told myself, Sammie, book your flight. I booked my flight to Abuja, go to Abuja, took a ride from Abuja straight to Zaria, second semester that year, and went back to school. It was not an easy decision to make because I could have just stayed in Lagos and nothing would have happened. I would have still been making my money. Nothing could have stopped my money, but I wanted to make sure the notion of the finishing spirit, that idea of starting something and finishing was what I wanted. I went back. I was still with my friend in Zaria. Shout out to you, bro. Agbola, God bless you. I was still with my friend in Zaria. All of us were together. Life was good because, come on, I be ex-husband now. Money, there was money. Zaria was fun. Nothing was expensive. How much is food in Zaria? How much is chicken? How much is your most expensive drink? Don't be brag. Zaria was good. I was always taking my friends out every Friday. We would go to Joklarif. They don't drink too much. The whole bill will go down. We'll boil down to like 25k or 30k. In Lagos, 30k now. I don't talk too much. I did 3 months in Zaria to graduate as a proper star boy, as Sammie. So I'm in school walking around and people say, hey Sammie, taking pictures. I'm in school and people say, is that not that guy? Blah, 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 blah. And I just say hi, yeah. Like every other undergraduate. First CA, and I didn't read well. As Sammie, big Sammie. I was in class and I was not sure what to write on that paper. To ask somebody, they had me. Imagine Sammie, big Sam, make it do pss, pss, question 2, question. I could not do it. But people were asking me and I could not answer. Then I wrote what I just wrote whatever it is I knew and left the class. But I had to go back home and tell myself, Sammie, don't ever in your life put yourself in this place anymore. From that moment, I started reading. It was just 3 months. Waiting I did do, honestly. I sat down to read and to God be the glory, I graduated. Then I came back to Lagos. Come back to Lagos was hard because I had left Lagos for at least 3, 4, 5, 6 months and I didn't know how to cope anymore. I had lost my accommodation just for another day, another episode. I'm not lost. The rent had gone and I didn't want to renew. So it was gone. So I was not staying in my own house. I was staying with a friend. You guys know how inconvenient it can be for you, anybody hosting any other person because you are feeding the person, you are doing all of that. The abuse to be taken care of. It's not like I was working also. I just came back. I tried to figure out accommodation, but Lagos wanted to kill me. That's why they pay so price. The price has tripled. And then NYSC came. And that was why I left for NYSC. The NYSC story was quite, it's funny because there were days that I wanted to stop NYSC. I still know be me and I would kill you. It's not like I was doing any type of serious work. Yeah, it worked because this is going on life. But you guys get the gist. I worked, and I almost gave up. NYSC was in Abuja. It was another phase of my life that fear almost took me off guard. I was staying with I had a place here in Abuja. It was very comfortable. They made sure I was okay. But throughout that period, there was no proper gig for me, Sammie. I was used to Lagos. My friends, my network was in Lagos. I had to start building new network there in Abuja. What you guys know how it is when you're building, you have to be patient. It's progressive. But in that same, when you're patient, you still need to eat. You still need to provide money, funding for family. There was a lot that I needed to do that I could not do. And above all, flying to Lagos to and fro was crazily annoying. To cut the long story short, I finished my NYC. You guys saw it on social media. Everybody was everywhere. Sammie had finished his NYC. I saw comment like, the boy you know can't blow again. Why you go back go school? Oh yeah, no blow. You know can't blow. Why you go back go? So because say I go back go NYC means I no blow again. If you knew me before Big Brother Naija, you will know say right now, don't worry, I do alright. If you knew me prior like 4 years ago, you will know say, come on, you clap for my Sammie. You've been able to grow. You've been able to for you to be here. It's proof that hard work pays. To summarize this whole gist, I started primary school. I felt I felt like I was too tall. And then I applied for common entrance in primary 5. I didn't get into secondary school until primary 6. I eventually got in. I failed woefully when it concerns mathematics or anything that concerns sciences. Fast track to jam. I failed and failed and failed, but eventually what? I passed. Fast forward to diploma. I failed woefully in mathematics as well because I thought people that were in mathematics had one head like I did, but it's a lie. Lo and behold, if you study mathematics and you're passing, you have 2 heads. I am not even gonna cap. Shout out to you. I envy you. Oh no, I don't envy you. Live your life. But you have 2 heads, and shout out to you for being able to even conquer mathematics, the fear. I failed mathematics. I almost gave up. I was depressed because, Sammie, why can't you just finish anything? Why can't you pass something? And then I went back to study guidance and counseling. At that point, I realized that it's not about, you need to know what you can do as an individual. You need to know what works for you. Not everything will work for you. Yes, and trust me, I passed, and I didn't believe that I can come through like that. 3 point something, Sammie, come on. It was exciting to know that I can actually do something, and it's a success. And that was how I held on to it. I did diploma and I succeeded. And also what? Today I'm a counselor, I'm a psychologist. And that's why most of the time, if you see me narrate here, I narrate like I am trying to encourage you. I'm not a pastor. But I like to narrate so that you know that whatever the case is, you can handle it. Find your rhythm, find your tribe, and you will do all right. Honestly, if it's not working, feel free to try out something else. Imagine I say I want mathematics. We must die there. I go still there. 7 years now. I go to university, and I'll finish what? 1 point something. I will never reach 2 points. I know it's not like it's anything. Mathematics is not a go come matter. I conquered mathematics by leaving it behind. Yes, I conquered mathematics by leaving it behind, embracing psychology and counseling. Don't forget, I got admission to biology, microbiology, sweet course, smart people. I can just pretend and live in the illusion that I'm a smart boy. People think I'm smart, but people in my class know that I'm biology. Not only biology, I know. I left biology behind and went to what? Psychology and counseling. And today, I'm a certified counselor. If you have issues, come to Big Sam, because I always have a way of making things seem like it's not an issue. There's always a solution for everything. It's my journey to graduation, and yes, it's a summary, but here we are today. Psychologist, filmmaker, Big Sammie. I have my own show. I have my own brand, BS in Nigeria. I am not such the useless kid that I thought I was. Only because I got my reading, I found my reading, and here we are today. I don't say too much. From this little point that I've dropped, if you know one get sense, our business is a wrap on this episode. Thank you for watching. Bless, guys.